It's on?
Yep.
Okay. So, a new beginning, a new life begins with a new mind, totally new dimension of life, which is unknown, unlived by majority of the people because they have invested all their time, energy into illusion. Illusion of the memory of the past, and that is like a little prison created by themselves. So they have dig their own grave. When the scriptures, holy scriptures, talk about going to hell by wrongdoing, it is prior to doing is the wrong thinking, and because thinking caused the doing, and prior to thinking is wrong being. Prior to thinking is wrong being. Now being now is made up of the ego. But the being actually is not limited walls. It is the real being is always unlimited, unbounded, not made by man, but which is already happening. Like man does not cause the sun to rise and sun to set, what time it should rise. No. It's with the pure observation, you align yourself with the divine forces. Each day, each minute, even the time can be blessing if one can quieten the mind and start listening to Mother Nature or the fatherly divine consciousness, which is not affected by the body and mind. And this talk sound like flowery or does not make sense, because if one is not very, very deeply serious about living, how to live a new way of living which is free from duality, free from conflict. Conflict means fear and suffering. Non-conflict means the fun, the joy, the real joy, which is not a series of pleasure and pain. And that is inbuilt. Inbuilt means that when the man is born, it comes with it. All it is like the scriptures talk of virginity. Virginity means sacredness, the purity. Now purity, because the mind does not know, they focus so much on food and sex external, not knowing that the real virginity is to be childlike, established in that pure innocence, pure space within your heart. You came with it. That's how the children are so worth looking, because they have this pure innocence in them, and in the outside them, their aura, their energy is joyful. As we grow older, then we get totally programmed, conditioned, and heavily programmed and make boxes, and we start living in those boxes. So that's like putting ourselves in the prison. For what is the crime? The ignorance, the conditioning, and therefore suffering. Not knowing that we are suffering, not knowing what is real joy, changing the excited pleasure, which is the other name of pain, because they always come in package, time-bound illusion. So, throughout the history, those who are serious, they who look deeper meaning of life, real meaning of life, they start throwing away what others are collecting, the coins, the money, and they walked free like a lion, like a tiger. The life becomes totally unlimited pleasure. It's not against pleasure, but unlimited means that does not come to stop. Why? Because it's not coming from an object and then ends. No. It's natural state, like natural is non-stop. And that's mind always had been seeking, because when mind enters the no mind, is no more seeking, no more seeker. A full stop. It still start working, remain working, but with a different attitude, with a different, it's like what kind of work you are doing when you are dreaming. Dreaming out of 10 hours, dreaming maybe 10 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, half an hour, but the real sound sleep is only out of 8 hours, 10 hours is only 1 hour, 2 hours, hardly. That effortless non-doing give you the energy for the next day. If you didn't have the sound sleep, which no money can buy, you remain exhausted. So this is the science of being. If you remain in the dream, you don't have choice, you suffer. So wake up from the dream, not the dream you do near in sleep, but the daydream. Who am I? The real, original, beyond the name and form. Who am I? Then automatically the conflict, the violence, all would disappear, and the world would live like a family, which is the real peace, which is not the peace opposite to war, but the real peace within you. Beyond the organized religions, beyond the organized politics, the real natural state of being. Om Shanti. So